'Twas the night before Draftsmith, Sundo, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even Lil Metro boomin'.
Lil Metro booming. What's good, y'all? How are we feeling in the chat? Who we got in here? Slayers, East Metro, Trevor. We gonna continue. Excuse me, I'm dying over
okay
here.
there?
We gonna just let y'all file on in here as we get this thing going. We got draft tomorrow, people.
Look alive.
Tomorrow. Look alive.
James Jones is going to be forced to do his job. Who hates doing their job more, James Jones or Burner as a mod? It's like the same energy. You know, he's like, nah, you guys are going to make me draft? I just want to sign veterans that shoot threes. Kind of. Poor guy.
Man, really, he really got to do his job this time. You know, they're going to really make him do his job. It's
what up, Big Merc?
It's pretty funny, man. Can the Suns trade the pick starting at 12 a.m.? I don't know the exact rules on that, but we'll see. We shall see. Suns number one says, I want IT back.
That'd be nice. I'd take IT back.
We'll
That'd be
see.
really
We'll see what happens.
That'd be an interesting wrinkle, bro.
Did you see that John Wall put his name in the hat saying, I don't care what I got to do. I just want to be back in the NBA. He said, I don't care.
Yeah, and Hillary Clinton still wants to be president, okay? Give it up. Give it up.
Come on, be real with me, though. Do you really think there was going to be any difference between IT and John Wall for real?
Yeah, man. I think IT can shoot way better than John Wall.
Fair enough.
And I think he's a better facilitator.
Fair enough. I would just mean result wise. Like, I don't think there was going to be any different result if either one of them was on our team. That was my point.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Depends on who they sign.
We have we got a draft to talk about, and Suns at 22. We got some things to discuss, whether they're going to trade back. We've seen those rumors. First off, let's start here before we start talking about draft. What do you think about this random report that popped up about the Houston Rockets talking about we might trade for Jimmy Butler and Kevin Durant? We're looking to win now. The look on your face says it all, bro. The look on your face says it all.
I'm a changed man, Sundo. I'm willing to hear him out.
That would be what I was doing.
I would hear it out. Blow me away.
Here's the deal. I've seen people say, hey, don't trade KD because you're not going to find a player. You're not going to find a quote-unquote upgrade. If we trade KD, it's not because we're looking for an upgrade. It's because we're looking to just either get some capital for longevity or whatever, right? We're not going to get anybody better than KD if we trade KD. Let's just stop that conversation there. But regardless, that's just such a weird, random thing that pop up all of a sudden. The Rockets are looking to trade for players to win now, and ironically, they picked the only two teams in the second apron.
Right.
So that was just a crazy coincidence.
I'll tell you how you could get me to the trade table.
How?
Tell me that you are willing to involve Alperen Şengün. And I am all ears. And if you don't feel that way about Alperen Şengün yet, that's fine. Get at me in a year. Get at me in 2 years and let me know if your mind has changed about Alperen Şengün.
Alperen Şengün.
That's, see, bro, he is Joker 2.0. He's Joker 2.0. It's crazy. And, you know, I just like the idea of having that type of a player with Booker, you know, and I talked about on the Bleacher Report that you weren't able to make. I talked about a trade for Zion, and I just said, look, I'm just looking for guys that would get me to the bargaining table. I'll come talk to you about a trade for Durant if Zion's on the table. I'll also do that for Alperen Şengün.
Fair enough. Look, I mean, it's just what it is. It is what it is. I'm not here to talk KD trade.
Could you shout out the chat members, please?
You shout out the chat members. I'm trying to be an official over here, okay? But
no, in the house.
I just thought that trade was that rumor was just out of left field nowhere. Like all of a sudden, the Rockets are looking for KD and Jimmy Butler. How crazy is that? I'm not looking to trade KD at this point. AZ Soldier must be a KD fan. He says KD's not the problem, coaching was, and he said stop it. Must be talking about you. We're no one's blaming KD. It was just a report that came up.
Two things can be true at the same time.
I think it's 100% nonsense.
The two things that I'm speaking of are KD was not the problem. That's true.
Absolutely. Definitely not the problem.
The other thing that's true is you only have a short window left of KD being as valuable as he is before he presumably at some point turns 40. Like, you guys do think he'll turn 40, right? Is that where we're going with? Do we think he's going to be the first goddamn human being that doesn't turn 40 outside of a grave misfortune? He's going to turn 40, right? So you only have a little bit of time before that.
He's never going to turn 40, Gabe. Never, ever is he going to turn 40.
So you have to be willing to hear teams out, because if someone comes to you with a Godfather offer that you can't refuse, you need to be willing to hear it.
Big Merc says no trades, talk draft. Look, we're only talking it because it is part of the draft rumors, because they would be willing to send a bunch of firsts and stuff, and so that's the reason why I was really talking about it, because it was just a random rumor, and then of course that would bring back a bunch of capital, and then you can draft with that capital. But once again, we're not trading KD. Let's talk about 22, Gabe. 22. Here's the deal. We already heard the rumors that Suns are more than likely going to trade back. I was watching PHNX Sports, and they were basically saying through their sources, more than likely they're going to trade back, which, I mean, that's fine. But then my question is, what would it take for them not to trade back? Because I know they want to trade back to get more capital, but what would it take for them not to trade back? An unbelievable player just dropping in their lap, or what?
I think you have to see who's available. You can't predetermine that you're going to trade it. What if our guy Kellel is there? Man. Kellel,
well, they were saying Dunn is big on the list now. Messi for sure is big on their list now. And who was the other player? Kolek. Those are their three right now that are big on their list. I mean, that makes sense. A wing or a center or a point guard, which is basically the three things they said they needed all season. So my thing is, what if Messi isn't there? And what if Dunn's there? Or what if all three of them there? Three of them's there? You still going to trade back, or are you going to take one? I don't know. It's just,
well, the more you and I have been researching, and Pat, I'd love to reach through and pat you on the back.
Oh yeah,
you've done a great job. We've both really put in time this season because this draft matters. I mean, let's be completely honest. I didn't know who Toumani Camara was, any more than my mechanic. All right. Don't know who it is back there working on my car, but thank you. I didn't know anyone in that draft. And you didn't either.
No, absolutely.
We really didn't look.
Who? When we saw that.
Mm-hmm. But this season, we've really looked at a lot of players, man. And I think I know I want Kellel first. And I didn't
but he's
have
not,
him.
But there's no reports on James Jones' radar, though. You know what I'm saying? Like I like him too. We've talked about this game. I absolutely like this
so
Khalil
good.
Laird, dude. We absolutely, both of us like him. And more than likely he'll be taken ahead of time, right? More than likely he'll be taken at 17, 18, 19 before we even have a chance. So, but like there's just, he wasn't on the list of players that we've heard that the Suns are interested in or have worked out or anything. Gambo says Suns interested. Poison Ivy says, well, if they're interested, then bro, if he's at 22 and we don't make that happen, me and Gabe will be two very upset people. Absolutely. And I think it's an understatement because we absolutely love this Kellel kid. Absolutely love Ware from Indiana.
I mean, he's my guy.
Yeah, I think he's our number one prospect, both of us, at least in the range that we're going to be drafted in, right?
And it's pie in the
in
sky. We both expect him to be gone by the time 22 comes up. But considering we have seen a couple of mocks that said he was going to be in our range, even a pick or two after, bro, you and me are going to be screaming Kellel.
Oh my goodness. Yes, we will.
Please, dear God, Kellel. Like, it's so clear.
All right. So now that we've jumped the shark on our list here, do you still have that list of players from the Bleacher Report stream anywhere? Or are we gonna just do this by ear?
Yeah, I still got my list. I still got a list. I popped up a poll, Bleacher Report style. All right. The poll is, do you want to trade down or stay at 22? Right now, we are at 59% want to trade back in this year's draft.
Now, that's interesting.
I think that's a very appropriate. Now, I voted stay at 22, but I gotta say I respect the 61% saying trade down. That's very mature of you. That's very,
We got. It looks
smart.
like. Well, hopefully, y'all aren't killing me. It looks like we got some breaking news. Apparently, people in the chat.
Poison
Mikal
Ivy,
Bridges,
don't be lying.
I'm looking right now. I'm on Bleacher Report. Let me get on here and look real quick. NBA. It's two different people, so I don't know. I haven't seen anything yet. Is it on the old Twitter? Ooh, let me get on the old Twitter. Or X, as we should say, Gabe. I'm refreshing. Yep. Shams Carney 20 seconds ago. Nets have traded Mikal Bridges to the Knicks for what? This also, Gabe. Stop. This helps us secure a Ryan Dunn. Maybe they didn't think they were going to get a wing defender type player. Maybe that's why they made this move. So this kind of does.
So what you're saying is the guy in the middle of the thumbnail staring straight at you, the viewer,
yes,
is closer to coming home.
I mean, why else would the Knicks make this move, right? And it also means they're trading capital. But then also, what do the Nets want? I imagine they're moving those firsts. It's not. There's no details yet. We got to wait on the details, but it's official on Shams. 30 seconds ago. Here we go. Woj says the Knicks are sending 4 unprotected picks, 2025, 2027, 2029, and 31. A 2025 protected Milwaukee first, a 2028 unprotected pick swap, and a 2025 second pick for Mikal Bridges, and a 2026 second round pick.
Can you
Can
you give me the
So nothing for this year.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not trading picks this year.
What are they giving up again total?
4 unprotected picks, 2025, 2027, 2029, and 2031. And then there's also sending Milwaukee's protected 2025 first.
5 first round picks.
A 2028 unprotected pick swap. And a 2025 second round pick for Mikal Bridges, and then the Nets are sending a 2026 second round pick. That is a lot for Mikal Bridges, but I mean, bro is solid, and they feel like they needed to get another piece to.
They've
completed.
Well, not to mention Jalen Brunson,
Jalen Brunson. Yep.
Dante DiVincenzo.
Yep.
Mikal Bridges.
Yep.
Won a national title together at Villanova.
Okay.
They're best friends. This was the perfect pick for them.
Yeah, I think it's a good pickup. That's all I'll really say about that. It's a solid pickup. But what kind of kills me here is like they still get to pick the picks for tomorrow's draft. So now what are the Knicks going to do? You know, they got their wing. You think they're going to take another one? Do you think they end up taking Kolek at 24 now? Do you think they decide that they're going to then maybe since they've already moved capital, they're like, hey, we need to get some more. Let's, trade back. What's going to happen is basically what I'm trying to say here. This kind of just throw a wrench in the Knicks are going to move up with the Suns rumors. You know what I mean? So the trade back with the Knicks, I mean, that's just kind of throws a wrench into that. So it looks like more than likely it looks like more than likely our target might end up being the Jazz, unless the Knicks take those first. I'm gonna be
sad if we pass on Tyler Kolek for Ryan Dunn. And that might end up to make me look like a bozo. Full disclosure. That might be the right move. But now that we know the Knicks are probably going to be out on Ryan Dunn, or at least we think they are. Maybe they want him to back up Mikal.
Mm-hmm.
But it just confirms to me that I want Kolek. I want a point guard, bro. I want that problem solved for this team. I want someone I can trust to bring the ball up, get great assists, make basketball easy for the other four people on the court with him. Knock down threes at a 40% rate or close. Finish at the rim like Dragic, because that's what he does. I want all that for this team so bad. And you don't get very many opportunities at a player like that. And what did we talk about earlier? This draft, this upcoming season, for this season, is center heavy, not guard heavy. And you have Kolek right freaking there, bro.
All right, Suns. So 3 hours ago, I didn't see this. Gambo ruled out Isaiah Collier. To the Suns, so there's that. And he also, and then whoever said it, he did say Kel Ware is a player the Suns are interested in at 22. So, hey, I'll take it. I'm just looking for. Oh, wait. Knicks sending Bojan Bogdanovic and a bevy of picks to Nets. They didn't say that part in the deal. So apparently, Bojan's part of the.
That's even nicer.
Package.
Bojan and a bunch of picks.
Yep, for Mikal Bridges. So,
damn.
Do the Knicks trade Randall now? That's a really good question.
Probably, but we can't afford him. I don't even think we could trade him straight up for Nurk, even if they wanted it, because he makes a little more than Nurk, and that's where aggregation comes in. Flexum says Ryan Dunn is much important. I assume he's saying much more important than getting Tyler Kolek. And then he said, so many good point guards in unrestricted free agency this year. That's a good way to look at it, man. I don't hate that. They better knock it out of the park if they don't take Kolek. If they don't take Kolek, man, they better... If I want Campaign, I want Chris Paul, and I want all three of those guys that used to be Suns, Aaron Holiday, and really I'm just saying you got to get 2 out of 3. I need 2 out of 3 of those guys. Javon Carter, you could trade for him.
Well, shout out to Mikal Bridges for taking over this entire stream when we were supposed to talk draft, but this news broke. So
well, it also sucks because now I've lost hope that he'll ever come back to the Suns.
I mean, we'll see what them boys are doing in 2026. I mean, it's not like he signed a.
I'll tell you what them boys are doing in 2026. Cam Johnson might be willing to come back.
Hey, yes, sir. And I'll take Cam Johnson
all day. All fucking day. He belongs in Phoenix. He belongs in Phoenix.
We'll take Cam Johnson back.
But there goes Mikal. He's got his best friends, and they're playing for the Knicks, bro, in the Garden every other night.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
He gone.
He ain't never leaving. He ain't never leaving, bro. He ain't ever leaving. But, man, so now I'm trying to think with this trade, so what are the Knicks going to be looking for in the draft? Because that's going to be key. Because as I mentioned in our video, if you guys keep looking at it, like the Suns and the Knicks in these mock drafts keep swapping. It's a Ryan Dunn. If the Suns take Kolek, and if the Suns take Dunn, the Knicks take Kolek. So I'm trying to think, are they going to, with this move, keep those two firsts and just draft with them? They would be smart to. That just gives them more depth and more things to develop.
Right.
Or will they try to move up now?
Well,
for sure. And get a player they want for sure.
Wasn't the rumor that we're going to trade them for 24 and something in the
25
30s?
And 38 was the rumor.
25 and 38.
And then the other rumor is Jazz 29 and 32.
What's up? Jacob Frederick in the house. We are streaming tomorrow, Jacob. We are streaming the draft. The draft. Sundo doesn't want to because he does not care about you people, but I do.
Up.
And so, well, I'm just trying to tell the people who cares and who doesn't, you know.
Anyway.
Miss Sundo in the house. You're not going to pay respects to your wife?
Hi, Miss Sundo.
Miss Sundo, my wife also chose the bear, by the way. And I asked one of my clients at work. I told her, first I said, so there's two things potentially in the woods with your daughter. There's a human man, and she goes, oh. And I go, or a bear. And she's like, oh. And she thought about it for a while. And like she's like, I want to say man, but and it took her a while to come to it. She's like, but maybe I would say I'd rather it be a man because maybe he won't hurt. I'm like, why is it so hard for? Anyways, let's move on. I'm
not a woman. I wouldn't know.
Well, I don't see gender.
Anyway, Mikal Bridges 2 minutes ago says this is crazy.
I bet. CJ the Goat says, you know Miles, which reminds me, I was thinking about that song earlier. My grandma just called me a so I had to hit her. That's a banger right there. Don't act like it isn't.
Anyway.
What are you reading?
I'm just going through Twitter and refreshing everything to see what's going on.
Sundo's a Twitter boy now, folks.
I just want to see if there's anything happening, any other news. Apparently, Cam Johnson and Dorian Finney-Smith are now two players to monitor on the trade market now because it looks like the Nets are potentially blowing it up, which is like,
right.
What's new?
Jason Ham said, do y'all think if the Suns were to trade to the Knicks for the 22nd and we get 24th and 25th, do y'all think the Knicks would take Ryan Dunn at 22? Great question.
Absolutely, probably would, but maybe not now that this trade's gone through.
I don't think so now.
I think it would be a Kolek type player or a Stinner for sure. That would be what the Knicks would do if they did that.
And that was my idea in our most recent video, or 2 videos ago. I thought, hey, maybe we give them 22 for 24 and 25, but I'm starting to think you're right that they ain't gonna be that sweet. They're gonna be like, yeah, maybe we'll give you 25 and 39.
I don't know. Maybe now they've made this move and they've gotten a for sure wing player that they like that's going to be solid. Maybe they do that and say, hey, we need to for sure get this piece, and maybe they move up now. Maybe they're more willing to do that now they've secured a Mikal Bridges, right? Because they're all in at this point. Like, absolutely all in at this point, just like we did. Except for they traded for a player that we traded to be all in, and then we traded for Kevin Durant. So anyway, let's go back to the 22nd overall pick. Let's talk about the players that we like. Kel'el Ware, we've already talked about that. Let's talk about Ryan Dunn at 22. Do you like the pick, yes or no?
I do. I got a good feeling about him. I got a charitable feeling about his offense.
Apparently,
his defense speaks for itself now.
Apparently, that's the reason why he's moving up boards for sure. I was doing a little more research after the Bleacher Report stream. Apparently, him in shooting drills, he looked really good on the offensive side.
Better than advertised.
Better than advertised. So that's why he's shooting up people's boards for sure. So not only do you have the athleticism there, teams are thinking, okay, the offense can be there. We can definitely work with this and develop this. Definitely a player that teams are willing to take in the lower mid first round. And so, gonna be honest, Icon says the Suns made a trade. Ain't no way the Suns made a trade.
Slayers, you better stop playing. You just better stop bumping them gums and telling them lies. Big Merc says another Okogie. The difference, Merc, is that he is proper sized to really be able to shut down the best. What are you looking at like that? Are you reading a Suns trade? We got breaking Sundo news?
No, so the Brooklyn Nets traded our picks to the Rockets.
Okay.
So
is that what you meant, Slayers?
So there's some movement happening right now while we're live. So this is it's pretty fun.
Don't go anywhere, folks.
Not till tomorrow. But anyway, back to your boy Ryan Dunn. I think if the Suns took him at 22, I would be satisfied.
Gary's messaging me right now. Don't know how true it is, but talks of Spurs getting Cam Johnson may have another video on top of the draft. Okay, well, yeah. Well.
Don't like that. If the Spurs landed Cam Johnson, I would
cry.
I might throw up in my mouth.
Yeah, agreed. We should have a rule where the Spurs aren't allowed to ever get our exes that we don't want them to have. I think that's fair. That's not too much to ask. But no, he was saying Okogie that
Ryan Dunn's another Josh Okogie?
Might end up being another Josh Okogie.
He might be, but here's the deal. Does Josh Okogie have a 38.5-foot vertical?
Probably, though. But in a smaller body, in a 6'3" body.
Is Josh Okogie 6'8"? Is Josh Okogie got a 7'2" wingspan at 6'7", 6'8"? Does Josh Okogie play unreal defense and can guard not just the wing, but he can ball handlers and somewhat in the post? Like, this kid Ryan Dunn's very good on defense all around. Like, he can guard almost every position. I wouldn't put him against a huge five, but I still think he can hold his weight down low as well.
Against most centers.
Against most centers. He's that good on defense. So, I mean, another Okogie, maybe, but I think he'd be better on defense than Okogie, especially with the length and the size. And then
he's a better defender than Okogie.
And so, once again, you just hope that offensive, what people are saying about him during those workouts is true. Like, he's going to turn the offense around and he'll be fine. He'll end up being a decent catch and shooter. He'll be a decent offensive weapon for you. I mean, let's be honest. Mikal Bridges wasn't like the best weapon when we first got him, but Mikal Bridges developed into an offensive weapon.
Right, but you can't play that game. You can't say
I get that.
This player develops, so this player will develop.
No. I feel that, but I'm just giving you examples of, like, I know that's what they're saying, but it's very possible. Lakers plan to keep their pick. Okay, we get it. That means they're taking Bronny.
Real quick, guys, help us out. Hit that like button if you haven't. We got 66 in here. This was a pop-up stream. We've been streaming every Thursday.
Sometimes honestly, you got to pop up and show
them. Walk them down, hold time, if they've got some hoe in them.
Yeah, so the Nets reacquired their first-round picks from the Rockets in order to give them our picks. So the Nets are definitely planning on tanking. They're definitely it's a fire sale for the Nets.
Bro, are we
There's
really
no
streaming?
I know they were streaming during all this stuff happening. There's no way the Nets do that unless they plan on tanking. It's definitely trust the process for the Nets at this point. Fire sale, so expect Cam Johnson and all those players to get moved.
Now people are saying KD getting traded re-racks unless Alperen Şengün.
I'm looking.
I was saying, are we really about to stream
Here we go.
3
Wolves
days in a row?
1 minute ago, the implications of the Rockets landing the Suns picks. Houston wants to trade for Kevin Durant, and that becomes far easier if they can return the Suns picks that they gave up in the Durant deal to the Nets. So that's why they got the Suns picks, so they can give the Suns their picks back.
I'm going to fight you.
Suns said that they're keeping Durant for now, but that could change next season. But now Houston has the picks to make the Suns whole again. So from what I'm understanding is the Suns are going to give it one more go with KD by that. But if they want to go and get rid of him, then the Houston Rockets will be the number one option because the Suns can get their picks back. So it looks like this is going to be a long play for the Rockets to get a player like KD. That's crazy.
Can you imagine him being sent to the Rockets against his will? Something like that doesn't happen every day, bro.
So that is pretty crazy. Slayer says KD getting traded. He didn't say KD was getting traded. He just basically was laying out a plan in which the Rockets are clearly trying.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, there's a lot of things going on here. More in the deal, Houston acquires 2029, more favorable of the Dallas and Phoenix first-round picks, and acquires right to swap Houston first-round pick for less favorable Dallas first-round pick and Phoenix per sources. Yeah, they're really loading up to give the Suns their picks back. So they're really trying it. Houston's really trying this, Gabe. Live while we're doing this, Houston is really trying this. And so, AZ Soldier, I know you said, hey, stop talking about this KD trade, but like, we are watching this live as we are trying to talk about draft stuff. This is literally happening as we speak live. Like, the Houston Rockets are really trying. They are really trying.
I wasn't emotionally prepared for this shit at all.
Dude, this is crazy. Yeah, Katie don't want to be here. I know, bro. It feels unreal that this is happening. I know, man. LOL. Medina says, LOL, Katie will force his way to the Rockets by the deadline. Hey, bro. It's very possible, especially if things don't go as planned. Like, so, I mean, we can keep talking prospects right now. We can talk about our boy Ryan Dunn. Yeah, Slayer says Phoenix has made it clear that they want to run it back. For sure. For sure that they want to run it back. They've made it clear. I know they've made it clear. But Houston's not making it any easier for them. Yeah, here we go. Woj, 1 minute ago, Gabe. Get your depressed eyes off. As intrigued as the Rockets have been about Durant, they're determined to use the Suns' picks to be aggressive on deals elsewhere now. Sources tell ESPN Phoenix made it clear that they want to run it back with this group, and Houston is seeking a major upgrade now. All right, so we're keeping KD.
Good.
Apparently, but who knows? Things might change all of a sudden. So we'll keep refreshing and we'll keep refreshing and we'll keep you guys up to date. Let's get back to this draft. Get that look off your face, Gabe.
I just saw something on Twitter I did not want to see.
Oh, what did you see?
I'm sending it to you.
Is it basketball related or something crazy?
It has got nothing to do with basketball. It is.
Oh my gosh.
It will make you laugh. Probably. Go on.
All right, so now that that's done with, and we are trying to work on this news, and
we'll keep our tabs on. We'll keep our tabs on the live news as it comes through. But
oh yeah, I saw that same picture, but that same picture was something different. It was like talking about it was like Lana Del Rey song title or something crazy like that. It wasn't like, but either way, that's still hilarious. Anyway, we talked about Ryan Dunn. Next prospect is everybody's favorite white boy shooter point guard, Tyler Kolek. Now, are you taking him at 22? Are you taking him at 22? Or are you moving back, hoping that he's still going to be there at a later pick, say 25 or 29, and then take him there?
Say that again.
So, do you take Kolek at 22? Right. Or are you going to just do what the Suns are saying that they want to do, and that's more likely move back? Do you move back to 25 and then take him there, or do you move back at 29 and hope that he's there? How do you do that?
My opinion comes from being so tired of this team failing at this one position that I deem crucial to success. We have failed and failed. Sometimes we get it so right, bro. I mean, as a franchise, we had Kidd and Kevin Johnson, and we've had Nash and Dragic at the same time. Like, sometimes we've got prime Bledsoe, prime Goran, and prime Isaiah Thomas at the same time. But then there's other times when we just are in a drought. And I've never seen this team succeed when they're in a point guard drought. Have you? Have you ever seen the Suns succeed without a good point guard?
No. In the history of the franchise, no.
So I just feel like I would stay at 22 and get what I deem a very solid NBA-ready point guard who might be as good as Goran. If he's as good as Goran Dragic, I think he could be better than Goran. But if he's only as good or comes close to being as good as Goran, imagine prime Goran on our fucking team.
Be pretty nice.
That's driving and cooking at the rim, finishing. That's hitting threes, burying you with threes, catch and shoot off the dribble, and it's damn near Steve Nash level playmaking on a team desperate for it. If I'm at 22, I'm picking him, bro. And if he's there, I just can't not do it.
Boys Name says, if I'm Houston, I'm recruiting Donovan. Apparently, Paul George is now in the mix. So keep a look on that. I just saw that rumor on the old X as well. Yeah, I like Tyler Kolek a lot.
Go ahead.
No, for real. I like Tyler Kolek a lot. I think there are three players I'm willing to stay put at 22 for, and that's Ware, Dunn, Kolek. If none of those guys are available, which, by the way, Kolek is more than likely going to be available at 22. I don't see Kolek being taken anywhere before 22. Right? So I would take one of those three. If none of them are there, then yes, move back and go ahead and see what you can do and get yourself a Bub Carrington and a Tyler Smith or something.
All right, so
like
you're
that.
in charge. You're James Jones. Two guys are available right now at, let's say all three. But we really just need to do the two. Kolek's available and Ryan Dunn's available. Who are you picking at 22?
I got to be honest with you. I'm taking Ryan Dunn. I'm taking Ryan Dunn. And I'm going to go ahead and take a chance on Kyle Lowry in free agency. You know, a player like that. I'm sorry. It's just, as much as I love point guards, man, the prospect of Ryan Dunn is nuts. You know what I mean? But then you're right. Like, what if we do the same thing? Remember last time we liked the prospect of a wing that was about that size named Josh
Jackson.
And we whiffed on that too. So it's a tough choice. Like, honestly, but I'll be the dumb GM and do it, right? And you can be the smart one and take
I
Kolek.
feel dumb. I've made this mistake before with other, so I don't trust myself. I don't think I'm certain I'm making the right decision. I just it's so interesting to be in the moment because we've been here so many times. We're here again, and we're gonna find out. Like a year from now, we'll be looking back and like, man, remember how high? Like whatever it ends up being right, I'll say I was high on and you weren't. But this is gonna work out for me. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, Marcus, it doesn't sound like they're going to get KD or Jimmy because the Heat or the Suns aren't interested in moving any one of them. So the rumor is now on the old Twitter or X now that they are going to go after a Paul George or another player like that. So
it very well could be just playing hardball, bro. I mean, if you're the Suns and they call you and say, hey, what do you want? You don't tell them it's going to be easy. You're like, we're not interested. Which means if you really want it, blow us out of the water. But no, we're not listening to it. Like I can't imagine that Ishbia wouldn't listen, wouldn't be willing to hear it out.
Let's see here. That's not breaking. Gosh, I'm just keep refreshing.
Preach DC. Somebody had said something up here I wanted to respond to.
Here's some news I know that I don't want to hear. Quentin Grimes is a potential outgoing piece in the trade to Dallas that would send Tim Hardaway Jr. to Detroit. Yuck. Don't like that.
AZ Soldier had said, Gabe, but who can help now? Not down the road because this is a team that's looking to win now. That's a big reason why I like Tyler Kolek so much. Because he AZ Soldier. Because he is a senior in college. He's older than these other guys, and he led the NCAA in assists last season. And they weren't just like, oh, I'm playing with the Kentucky lineup that Calipari had that had Cat and Book and all these stars. It was just a regular old Marquette team. Leads them in assists, leads the country in assists beautifully, while going 2 straight seasons of shooting over 39% from 3. And his ability, it's all there. The only thing he doesn't have is defense. And it's not that he's not trying. It's just that he's not blessed with a Ryan Dunn-like body or a Sundo-like body. He doesn't have it like that.
Okay.
So he gets pushed around because he's a little bit smaller.
Talking about Kolek here?
Kolek.
Yeah, so who can help now? So are we talking
what up,
major impact or solid minutes? Because I believe any of these players that we are looking at could help now, whether it's a Ware, even Missy. Like if we took I can never pronounce his first name right. Even if we took a Missy, he would help defensively. Ryan would help defensively immediately. Kolek would help with ball handling and facilitating immediately. Ware would help immediately, right? All these players I do feel like would help immediately. These 4 that we're talking about, as far as, but they're not going to give you starter minutes for sure. They're going to give you, backup 10, 15 minute type minutes for you because your big 3 is going to gobble up all those minutes. There's no getting around that. So you need to look at dudes that are just going to be have good roles and play good roles. And I think all those guys can do that.
Gobble D's nuts.
What about Tyler? What?
Colico. Get with the program. No, I'm so happy to see baby boy Roy. Roy, your baby boyness has been replaced with Metro. He can't hold a candle to you. This kid couldn't hold your jock strap.
Also, right? Soldier asked you, what's the offer that all of you absolutely couldn't turn down for KD if Houston did offer?
Şengün and multiple firsts, and I'm pulling the trigger. Şengün and multiple firsts, I lose it.
I know it's not going to happen because they want to keep one or the other. But I would be like, give me Şengün and Jabari Parker, and we'll be all right. You know what I mean? Because if you're getting KD, then why you need Jabari Parker for? But there's no way they're going to put both of them in there, right? There's no way you include a Jabari and a Şengün and first round picks.
Roy says, "Who's Metro, Gabe, and where in the Discord?" Metro he's just this wannabe baby boy Roy. You know, Sundo adopted him for like a week.
I forgot Roy's been gone, and he doesn't know who East Metro is.
But Metro don't know how to act, Roy. Okay, because he ain't no Roy. He ain't never gonna be a Roy. He says a month. Shut up, Metro. Make some drums.
So anyway, so that's crazy. So 22. So we both agree at 22. The non-negotiables are Kelly Ware, Dunn, Kolek, and I'm gonna throw Missy in there for giggles. I know you're not the biggest on him, but I do feel like he'd be a solid.
I'm trying to be open-minded on Missy.
Right. So those four, I think, would be the non-negotiables. Like at 22, you take them absolutely. If we trade back, which I feel like with everything coming out, that's probably going to happen now. Like I hear more than likely the Suns are trading back. More than likely, then you got to think that they really like Tyler Smith. That because now they've worked him out. And one of these other players from like that, I like that Jalen Brunson comparison. What was that kid's name? AJ Mitchell from University of California, Santa Barbara. Who was the other one? The kid from Cal, Jalen Tyson, I believe, was another guy that they had brought in. So you have to believe that they like one of those guys a whole lot that they worked out later, and they'll go that route. They feel more than confident in those guys. The only guy out of that list I just gave you that I'm super in on is Tyler Smith. The rest of them I don't know much about, other than the AJ Mitchell gets the Jalen Brunson comparisons.
Yeah, the workout guys they're just, it's weird. None of them are being looked at as serious options. They're just talking about Filipowski, the guys that have been mocked to him. Right. And how many of them weren't worked out, bro? It's so weird.
That is true.
It makes me sad that they didn't work out Kelly Ware.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, what do we go on? Do we go on who the Suns worked out? Do we just go on a board? Like maybe the Suns just think, oh, we know more about these guys than we need to. We're going to pick them anyway. Like it's hard telling with James Jones what's going on. Jeremy says you could wait and get Tyler Smith in the 30s. See, that's what we're thinking. Like maybe they think, hey, we'll move back and we'll just maybe get a Kolek at 25, 24, and then we can get Tyler Smith later, which if they pulled that off, I would be head over heels for this draft. If they were able to move back, still acquire a Kolek and a Tyler Smith. Gabe would be,
I think that's too much to ask.
Oh, I'm not.
Unless you get 25 and 30, whatever.
No. That's what I'm saying.
Then maybe you could get Kolek at 25.
That's what I'm saying. If they manage to make that work, I think 29 Kolek will be gone. Then we're looking at a Bub or Baylor Shireman and a Tyler Smith, right? Like we're looking at that route.
Who in the chat, and be honest, don't be trying to take credit. Who was it that was trying to tell us about Baylor Shireman? Somebody in here was begging us to look at Baylor Shireman, and we just did last night.
It wasn't Metro. I know that for sure.
Definitely not Metro.
Was it Love Yourself?
Can't remember. Jason says, my dream is in this draft that the Suns draft Tyler Smith and Ryan Dunn. That would be Jason, a crazy combo.
Me and Gabe are right there with you, my guy.
That'd be a nuts combination, man. Shut up, Roy. Roy, are you being for real? Was
It
it
was
really you?
definitely me. I don't know if it was Roy. I've seen different people say it, but who says
Nike Blown says Nurk dog whoop whoop. What, did he get traded or something? What are you bringing Nurk up for? Okay, it wasn't Roy. It wasn't Roy. We'll find out.
Gambo says last tweet before this plane, I'm on leaves. This is a joke. There is zero chance that this happens. So the KD trade. Gambo's putting he's putting water on that one.
Okay, so don't worry about.
Oh yeah, don't worry about a KD trade.
KD trade. Good. I didn't think so. I just can't imagine them disrespecting KD like that and being like, hey, we know you're one of the greatest of all time. Go to Houston. I hope you like humidity and traffic. And he's like, well, I want to be here. Don't care. I just can't see them treating KD like that.
Yeah, I don't think they'll do that either.
That would piss Book off so bad.
So I'm trying to just get a feel on how you feel about this draft coming. So are you saying you'd much rather the Suns keep 22 and just take a solid player, or would you rather them trade back and go for young depth?
Any outcome in which the Suns get Tyler Kolek, I'll be happy.
So you just really love Tyler Kolek.
It is a razor thin margin with Dunn because I really believe in Dunn. I do. I see him as like Jaden McDaniels or better, Herb Jones or better, and we need that so bad on this team, bro. But I love Kolek's combination of all three: driving, shooting, and passing.
Houston interested in Ingram apparently. Now they're moving on.
They're like, we'll go get KD at home.
Exactly.
We'll go get Junior McKD. That makes sense. God, they're really putting out rumors quick, bro.
Mm-hmm. They're really, I mean,
they're talking to Sham. Yeah, they are.
Jose Sosa says trading 8 and the worst thing the Suns did. Actually, Jose, no, but the way they handled that entire situation with not having a backup plan was what they fumbled. You had a backup center and you could have just let Ayton bounce, but you decided to let Sticks walk and get Torrey Craig and give up Sticks in a second for Torrey Craig when you could have just kept Sticks and then did whatever you wanted with KD or did whatever you want with DA. They really fumbled the bag in that situation. So that we can talk there. But if you want to take it even further, they fumbled the Sticks situation when they could have had Halliburton. But we're not going to talk about that either.
I'm so excited, dude. I'm so excited. My blood is pumping
for tomorrow.
And for right now, like shit is going down. Like what if something happens? Like what if we pull off some sort of trade for picks or something? All right, here comes the Gary comment. I'm just going to assume this is okay, he's probably sarcastic. It's hilarious y'all acting like Bronny isn't a lock for you. Day one, owner gets KD. First off season, trades for Beal. Dude is a star. He said star slut. That don't make sense. That had to be a typo.
I know exactly what he means by that.
Oh, a star slut. Oh, okay. And we'll do anything to get Bron. Damn what his agent says.
Here's the deal.
People want to disrespect Ishbia, and I'm not going to take it.
Here's the deal. Josh Okogie just tweeted, okay, if that's his real account, Mikhail just made me mad.
He said that?
That's pretty funny. Anyway, Gary, I hate you for saying that.
The way that you talk, the way that you walk.
But there's a part in my back lobe of my brain who's putting that thought away, because I have thought the exact same thing, but I'm putting that thought to, I'm suppressing that thought. Okay. It is suppressed. It is back here, and I will not allow you to talk about my owner like that anymore.
I don't like
Sorry,
it when you say owner. Refreshing. It doesn't feel good to hear you say your owner. Could you call it something else?
The owner of the Phoenix Suns.
Thank you. All right.
Suns now. Oh gosh, I can't. Why to refresh?
You're such a Twitter slut tonight.
Because, bro, things is happening.
I'm going to start attaching the word slut to things just to give you a heads up. I just want one little bit of Suns news to tide me over. You got my appetite wet.
Man, well,
for a move. Imagine if they had just told us that now we just get the news that Eubanks is declining his contract. We'd be like, let's go. Suns in the news. I just need something. Tell me Eric Gordon's coming back. He's reconsidered. Slayer said, so it ain't happening tonight or tomorrow. Suns can only trade the pick after the selection. That's a great point. That is a great point. Suns can't involve their trade, but Slayers, they could do things without the pick. They could move Nas or Roddy or Nurk right now.
Hey, apparently John Gambo's going on vacation, and that's why things are happening.
You think you're some kind of insider, bro? Like, we all see it.
No insider are you.
You okay? I'm a straight up tell Eddie Johnson you think you're an insider. He's gonna come get you. Okay.
People don't know the context of that inside joke.
Well, too bad. Dallas says, do y'all think it's 100% the Suns make some type of trade today or tomorrow? I feel like it's a 60 to 70%.
If they do trade, they're only really, well, let's just talk about it. Their only options basically to trade would be Nas, Roddy, because those contracts are valuable, and a KD or a Booker. Nobody wants to trade Booker. And if Beal can agree to the way there's no trade clause again, you trade Beal. That's probably not going to happen.
Poison Ivy, we both don't believe it anymore. Yeah, dude. If I told, okay, it's tomorrow, and news pops out, they're shopping Nurk. They're gonna move Nurk. And Nurk, of course, is going to tweet about that or block the Suns, take the Suns off of his socials. You know, he'll do all that. Are you surprised at that point? Would you be surprised? Good talk.
Say that one more time.
Would you, if those things were happening, Sundo?
What things?
If it's tomorrow, just a picture, it's tomorrow, draft's happening, and the news is that the Suns are putting out, like the Rockets are putting out all this news, we're shopping Nurk, we're moving Nurk. And then Nurk gets mad, blocks the Suns, blocks all the Suns fans, and tweets something salty about, you know, Suns needing help. Are you surprised by any of that? Because I'm not.
Nurk getting moved? No, I wouldn't be surprised by that.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yeah, if Nurk was somehow getting moved, I don't think I'd be surprised at all.
Austin thinks the Ayton drama messed us up. To be honest, I don't know, Austin. In Austin, here's why. If you told me that now, knowing what I know, that we were trading Ayton straight up for Grayson Allen, I would do that because Ayton didn't want to be here. He asked out, and I feel like Grayson Allen is more impactful for this team than Ayton was.
Yeah, but I don't think he's talking about the trade. I think he's talking about the drama leading up to it.
Yeah.
But let's be
It got
fair.
a coach fired.
It got a coach fired, and then he ended up getting traded, right? But then, like, what's he doing in Portland?
He had a great, strong end of the season. He started playing empty minutes.
Neat. But what's going on in Portland? You know what I mean? Like, what's he doing in Portland? Is he dominating? Is he going 30 points a game? Is he an all-star? Like, did he?
Of course, he thinks he is.
You know, did he prove us wrong? I was who I thought I was. Like, no, that's not happening right now. So Ayton's not worth that contract. Sorry, I hate to say that. And the drama, you know, did stink and mess up a few things. Like I mentioned, the Sticks issue of you could have kept Sticks and moved on from Ayton and been somewhat fine, and you would have plenty of capital through the Ayton trade. You could have done that. But I don't think the trade messes us up. Look what Woj just tweeted. I saw that we just tweeted.
What?
He's talking about trading Booker.
Woj tweeted something about Booker.
I'm pretty sure.
Woj is drunk for attention.
Let me see here, because Borjay just said something. He says, I'm not even going to address that. Yeah, here you go. Rockets possess a pick spot with the Suns and blah, 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 blah. Suns are never faced breaking. If the Suns are ever faced with breaking the team up, Houston's also in prime position to now pursue a younger Devin Booker. For now, Phoenix is trying to win. That's crazy. Woj really trying to cook some stuff up. He's definitely got the the Windhorse. What's that meme of Windhorse doing this?
Mm-mm.
Why would they do that?
That is crazy. He's really
but
putting
says, but y'all didn't get the best possible
it.
value for Ayton. That's the problem. There was no value for Ayton. Like, bro wanted to be gone.
Could be saying we should have done it earlier. In which case, yeah, we could have traded him for Miles Turner.
If we were going to trade him, we should have done it earlier. But at the point where your coach just got fired, your owner wanted to keep him, then you got a new owner who was willing to let him go. He wanted out. Yeah, you definitely didn't get what you thought you should have. But at the end of the day, look, Torrey Jones is in here. I'm sure the return that we got for him was well worth it. Because if we were going to get that kind of production that he's putting up in Portland, I don't want him. Yeah, like AZ for real. Like, move on from DA. It's done. Like, we got to move forward. Like, there's a bunch of moves that I don't like on this team, but there's no use in crying over. You got to move forward, which is what we were supposed to be talking about with these, with the draft talk. But apparently, Mikal Bridges said, "No, I'm going to ruin your entire stream." And then Woj wants to continue to throw out countless rumors and ruin our stream when we were going to talk about draft, but we ended up talking about Woj being crazy, Mikal Bridges being traded.
Shook up the league, bro. Shaking up the league. Let's go. New York's going to be scarier. Tell you that. They might really have a chance to contend with the Boston Celtics now. Imagine the Suns make it to the finals next year and their rebuilt roster, and they play versus Mikal and the Knicks.
Jeremy says Woj knows something. He knows quite a bit, but the Suns keep saying, no, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. Nuh-uh, 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 nuh-uh. Anyway. Back to the draft, Gabe.
By all means, we got plenty of names to talk, folks.
Well, we've talked about the four. Let's just move on and talk about your boy Tyler Smith.
What up, Tori?
Let's talk about your boy Tyler Smith. Obviously, I don't think we would want to take him at 22, but if we do trade back, I think
very,
he is a
very suitable
prime
candidate for a later
very
pick.
suitable candidate if we trade back, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. Same thing goes for Bub Carrington, even though some mocks have him going higher, which is crazy.
I've seen him at like 14.
Yeah, that was nuts. The most recent mock draft on Bleacher Report had him going at 15. It's like, okay, well, that's not gonna happen, I guess. But
Blazers, Blazers want him.
Bub Carrington?
I'm just gaslighting.
I'm about
Tory.
to say there's no way. There's no way they want Bub Carrington.
No.
There's no way.
Just gaslighting.
Slayer says, can Tyler Smith shoot? Yes, he can. He will be a stretch for.
Can Tyler Smith shoot?
Potentially a small ball 5.
Does Sundo's wife and my wife trust bears more than human men? Okay.
As confirmed as my wife was in the chat saying it.
Tyler Smith can shoot the skin off of the ball. He's one of the best big man shooters I've seen in a while. Like, I won't say ever, but he's up there. Bro's trigger is crazy. He's got bounce. Tory says that he can't play defense, but all I see is him beating the shit out of people's shots. Tory's an insider. Nobody better even question him on that. And do not look Tory in the eyes. Okay? He is above it all. Go on.
But no, for real. Like if we do trade back, I would think that the goal would be to get Tyler Smith. Like they like Tyler Smith enough and they think that they can get him in the later because he wasn't for that workout, that they move back and get him. Don't talk about Baylor Shireman right now, Jeremy. Okay? Don't get Gabe started. Don't get Gabe started. I like him too, but don't get Gabe started on Baylor Shireman.
Let's talk about Baylor Shireman, please.
I don't want to talk about him because he hasn't been in for a workout, and I don't think the Suns would ever pick him. But if we must, yes, if the Suns trade back and Baylor Shireman is there, I think he would be a good Luke-see. I think he is, quote unquote, great value Luka. We have Luka at home, okay? Like, he's just going to be that kind of player that plays at his own pace, knows how to make the right passes, is a good shooter. But once again, great value. Great value. And he plays no defense. Absolutely none.
I'm sure he's scrappy. I love
Obviously,
him.
He might be scrappy. But we're talking about if we trade down, right? Like, if we trade down.
I think he's the best secondary option for a guard who could replace Kolek if Kolek gets taken. And you drop down and you still want to get some sort of combo of, bro, I trust Baylor Shireman. I trust him.
Yes, but what about defense?
You weren't going to get defense you weren't really going to get defense from Kolek. Okay. And this dude is 6'6", at least has the body.
No, fair enough. If that's your stance, cool. I'm cool with it. Like, if you're like, hey, Kolek's not there, I want Shireman. I didn't expect defense from Kolek. I don't expect defense from Shireman. Fair enough, right? Fair enough. New subscriber here tuning in. Much love and respect. Thank you so much.
What up, Lecky?
I just don't think they like Shireman. I think they like one of these other names that we've seen in their workouts. I think they like that Jalen Tyson kid from Cal better. I think they like that kid from UC Santa Barbara better, the AJ Mitchell, who's getting all the Jalen Brunson comparisons.
Why would I expect James Jones to recognize Baylor Shireman for what he is? He didn't recognize.
I think he does recognize him for what he is, and he's not going to play defense. And he's not going to be their point guard. So why would they want to take him?
I would play him at point guard. Why would you not play him at point guard?
Because I don't think he's like that great of a ball handler. Where you're like,
he looked pretty good to me. Look better than Grayson Allen.
All right, bro. That was still college level, right?
Okay, Tory likes Jalen Tyson. That's the first player I've ever heard Tory say he likes.
No, I mean we've seen that, the kid from Cal. So like we've seen that they brought him in for a workout, and that's what I'm saying. And he's a wing, and he's an athletic wing. That's the only thing is we haven't had it. We didn't get enough time to really look at him. So do you want to do a live highlights view? That would be wild.
I mean,
man.
I'll watch him over here. I'll watch him over here.
You go ahead and talk about him. You go ahead and talk. I'm gonna look this man up. You're getting a live reaction from your boy right now. All right.
Which video are you watching?
I don't know. What do you mean? Which video am I watching? There's multiple ones. Which one? Which one are you looking at? No ceilings. There's Swish.
I'll just do that first one from Swish. Just get an idea what he looks like.
Swish. All right. Click. Let me know when you're clicking on it.
I already clicked.
Oh, Lord.
All right. Jalen Tyson, everyone. Ooh, Jeremy said Terrence Shannon. Tori, where is Terrence Shannon slated to go? Because that dude is a dog.
Ooh, okay, so number 20.
Ooh.
That bag, that's decent.
All right, so what is this guy? He's a point guard?
He's a wing. Oh, athletic wing. Okay. Ooh, tough.
Tori says late lotto, second round. Is that because of his what's it called? His rap sheet? Because he was cleared legally in that case. All right, Tyson. I guess I can.
Yep, didn't work out much, so no one knows. I'm looking right now. He looks decent, man. He looks really solid, Gabe. I can see why they worked him out.
Pause. Do we need that, bro? Is that our most pressing?
Athletic wing, Ryan Dunn or him?
How good of a defender is he? Tori. Huh? Don't bring up Nebraska in a negative context. All right? I've shot people for less. Ooh.
Tyson's been held in check so far.
Is this what we need, bro? He's okay. He'll probably be better when he's not carrying an awful offense. 20 points per game, 7 rebounds, 3.5 assists. I could probably share these. Should I?
It's up to you. At this point, we're looking at him right now because we've gone through all the prospects that we know about. I really want to look at this AJ Mitchell kid too, because apparently that was another guy that they really looked up to. So
where do you think this guy should go? Tori. Where do you think he should go? How much better than Tyler Kolek is he? How much better than Ryan Dunn is he? He thinks lottery.
Okay.
He looks good.
Okay.
No Diddy.
No, I've moved on. I'm watching AJ Mitchell. Okay.
You fall in love so quick.
Not falling in love, just dude looks solid.
Yes, you
now, he's only playing in the Big
are.
West, so you got to think about that too.
Wow.
If we got him in the second round, I wouldn't be mad about this pick. If we traded back and we got this guy, I wouldn't be upset about this pick.
On Tori's board, Tyson is 12, Dunn is 30, Kolek is 32. Then why is this dude Jalen Tyson supposed to fall? And where is he projected to fall?
I get legal issues.
Like what? Robbed a liquor store?
I don't know, Gabe. AJ Mitchell looks pretty decent. I'm going to look at your boy Terrence, since everybody's saying look at Terrence Shannon Jr.
Tori, where do you see Kel Ware going? That's what I want to know.
Oh, I know this kid. I've watched this kid.
So Tori just thinks he's underrated. No, Jeremy, I know. I watched Terrence Shannon versus my Nebraska in the I watched highlights of him all season, and then I watched him in the dance, and it was crazy, bro. It was so nice.
I've seen him. Terrence Shannon is solid.
Yeah.
I have seen him. Dude is super solid.
Okay, so Torrey Jones says no idea. 14-24 for Kel Ware. That's my guy, number 1.
Yes, that is your guy, number 1, but more than likely he probably won't be there, Gabe. And more than likely the Suns are probably going to move back from what we've heard. So you kind of got to go on those reports.
I'm trying to think of a threat that I can get away with saying that won't be too bad, man. I will tie
Jose says
James
CP3 back to
Jones'
Phoenix.
shoelaces together.
That's hilarious.
Who, what?
He's just saying CP3 back to Phoenix.
Yeah, that'd be great, Jose. If this team passes on Kel Ware, I'll go on a hunger strike. I will chain myself to the front door of the Footprint. Naked. Rubbed oil all over me. Did that get your attention?
I'm choosing to ignore you right now.
Well,
okay?
I'm just trying to see if I can get you to look up, see if you're listening.
It's a Shannon 11 on his board. Torrey Jones got a lot of dudes up there. I trust Torrey Jones. No. So this AJ Mitchell kid, if you look up his highlights, he looks pretty decent. Once again, he only played in the Big West, but I think if they were able to pull him off, if they do trade back, shut up. If they're able to pull off drafting him, if they do move back, I think that would be pretty decent for them. So it all just depends on what happens tomorrow, man. We can speculate all you want and say, I like this guy, I like that guy, but we won't know until that actually happens. Until they actually draft somebody or they actually make a move. I keep refreshing Twitter just for any potential chance that there's a move happening for us.
Brian said agreed because someone was saying that Ware has a bad motor and effort. Brian said agreed. Burns confirms Ware's motor. That worries me because that reminds me of DA. That's a great point. That's the first when I first just heard you guys say bad motor. That's what I was thinking. Ayton. I don't want to go through that again, but God, I want to see it, bro. I want to see Kel Ware in a Suns jersey. But either way, it's just fun and exciting that we get to care about the draft, man.
Soldier just says, Katie just wrote, I'm assuming on Twitter because that's the only place he writes. Well, check ball then.
What does that mean? Why has he got to be so cryptic? Yeah, I don't know. Jeremy said, yeah, he's going to have the same issues of checking out at times. Ugh.
I think I saw that, Tori. I think you retweeted it.
What?
He just said he just got recognized. And I think I thought he just retweeted it.
Tori just got recognized in public? I'm shocked that doesn't happen.
Oh, you mean in public,
day.
Not on Twitter. Gotcha. They're like, are you Torrey Jones?
They're like, wait a minute. There's no way you're the actual Torrey Jones.
No, but he's like, but I am. Can't you tell by my beautiful hair? And I'm 6'4".
Damn. Jeremy says, Missy has no issues with effort. I'll take him over Ware any day. We do have to talk about your boy Eves Missy.
This man, Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart are out of pocket. They just posted a picture of all them FaceTiming together. Bridges and DiVincenzo, and it's crazy. Mikhail's going to that team, dude.
I'm happy for him. If anybody deserves it, it's Mikhail. If anybody deserves to get to play with their best friends, it's Mikhail. That is a good dude. Eves Missy, Sundo. Do you want a defensive center that can't
I don't want,
shoot?
but I will take. At
22?
If the Suns decided that's what they need, I'll have to trust them and say that's what they're going to do, and we'll get behind them. But it's not my preference. Not my preference.
I don't know. Missy, yeah, he's saying he doesn't have those issues, but I need a guy that can shoot. That's I don't know. Is that stupid? Because I can't have both of my centers not be able to shoot. I can't do that anymore. So who else are you getting? Because right now it looks like you're keeping Nurkic. And so this next center can't be a non-shooter, dude. That doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Why doesn't it work?
Huh?
Why doesn't it work exactly?
It doesn't work because KD, Book, and Beal get double teamed when the center can't shoot. They just sag off of Nurk. And then that's how Nurk ends up with so many post-ups of little guys, because he'll get down in the paint, and the guy who's supposed to be guarding him isn't down there because he's off doubling KD or Book, creating a turnover, because they know they don't have to. So it's really, in a half-court defensive set, they're playing 5v4. That's how they stop our big three. That's the answer to Book saying, I don't know how anybody's going to guard you. They're going to be able to guard you because they're going to have an extra defender on the court. Because no one needs to guard Nurkic. Oh, God forbid he throw the ball in 4 times a fucking game. They'll live with that. His little baby hooks. They'll live with 4 or 5 baby hooks if it means stopping the big three from being effective. And it does.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Hey, but don't worry. Eubanks is coming in. Well, he can't shoot anywhere past the restricted area. So, same thing. Leave 5 alone. Focus on 2, 3, 4.
Look, I can't deny it. Can't argue that. And once again, we'll just have to wait and see what happens tomorrow when the news starts dropping, what's actually happening, because we won't know what's going on with the Suns until, we get the official word on if there is a trade. And we won't know that until, before the draft or even during the draft, which will be a lot of fun when we draft tomorrow we are going to stream tomorrow during the draft game. Tell them about that before we get out of here, because I need to go.
All right. Torrey Jones has been working very hard on graphics. He's going to surrender all his graphics to us so that we can have a dope stream. He's volunteered to work the graphics. It's going to be better than ESPN.
I wish you were being truthful here.
Well, I haven't cleared this with him, but I'm assuming he'll say yes. If not, if he decides to be a dickhead, then
That's crazy.
I guess we'll just slap together some graphics tonight, slap together some sort of different stream, so I can have some version of the stream on stream, stream with us. But come hang out tomorrow night.
Sunday will be there. I'm excited, man. I'm really genuinely excited for this. I'm really genuinely excited for this, man. Just because this will be our first draft live stream.
True.
Because
we've never really had reason.
We are actually doing this.
It's gonna be fun to hang out. Is somebody playing the piano upstairs?
You can hear that?
Yeah.
No, that's my robo vacuum.
Playing the piano? What a
No, making noise.
well.
Anyway, let's get out of here.
All right, man. I mean, we can't get out of here until you sing us away.
Oh man, Suns lose.
That was weeks ago.
Suns draft tomorrow. Exciting times. Oh, that was terrible. That really hurt the old vocal cords.
I think it sounded good.
Anyway, see you tomorrow on, Mile style. Whatever. Let's just get out of here.